Hello, Leo. Welcome to Metamorphosis, your 2021 autumn reading from Planet Waves. My name is Eric Francis Coppolino, your astrologer for the next half hour or so, or who knows, maybe all 6 hours of these recordings. Welcome. I'm here with some ideas and information about your astrology based on your solar chart. So this works for Leo rising and Leo sun. If you're a Leo sun, you may have a different rising sign than Leo. But once you get used to the solar chart system, you see how incredible it is. And for those who were fans of Linda Goodman, in case you're wondering how she knew so much about your sun sign, it's because she knew how to work the solar chart. And that's what this is. This is the solar chart for Leo. And it's set up for right about now. It is, there's one little thing missing here that I'm going to add in that I'll come to, and that is the Venus retrograde. All right, so here we are. And I want to start with the reason why the current astrology has potentially so much impact on you. And that is because much of what's happening now, and much of what has been happening since 2020, is in Aquarius. And because you are Leo of some form or fashion, anyone at all, that puts Aquarius in your seventh place. And so, as you may know from my previous writing, I consider the opposite signs to be part of the same thing. So Leo and Aquarius are working as one system, one axis of the zodiac. They're both members of what's called the fixed cross, and so they're two fixed signs, and that means you have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, which can serve you quite well on a planet where we here on planet Quicksand. It's nice to have fixed energy in your chart, and you've got plenty. But what you also have are transits happening to your seventh house. So, house 1 there, that's you. House 7 there, and you have big transits. Big transits have been happening. Big transits have been happening since March of 2020, a year and a half ago, when Saturn entered, and then Saturn went back into Sag, and then into Capricorn, and then late in 2020, Jupiter and Saturn entered your opposite sign, Aquarius, at the same time. This is a big deal, and it's not the kind of thing that happens even once in every 10 lifetimes to have a Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in Aquarius, right? It's been very rare that they've taken place in Aquarius. And so this has meant big changes in your world, big changes in your relationships, big changes in how you orient on people. And the overarching theme of this whole series of readings is where the private realm and the public realm intersect or collide. We are seeing a lot of what used to be called nanny state stuff of very large institutions and governments getting down to the meekest details of our lives, including who we can associate with at the Thanksgiving dinner table, and whether we're allowed to eat in a restaurant in a certain city. I never honestly thought I would live the day to see this kind of absurdity or private intervention in our lives. But we are here, and the missing piece in the conversation, the public conversation, and even the private conversation, are all the ways in which the most intimate inner territory of our lives has been impacted by these massive globalist movements. In the 1970s, this was a topic of conversation, and somewhere Adrienne Rich, one of my favorite authors and essayists and poets, wrote, "There's no private life that's not in some way determined by some larger public life." And we are seeing this, and we're seeing it big time. And the reason this is so particularly important for you is that the way Leo is oriented